5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Early morning, early morning. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Early. And we are back in the building, giving you an early morning, top of the morning. Finish of the Real Draft 2, Year 3. Recap of the draft, man. This draft was off the hook, as always. It was off the hook, and a lot of people did some good things in this draft. We left off with the Falcons. That was the last team we did. I'm going to finish the real recap, and then I'll let you know what's going on in the first 2 weeks. We just drafted on Sunday, and we in week 3 already. It's fucking Monday, Tuesday morning, Wednesday morning. Shit crazy. League flying. When your league chipping like this, man, can't ask for nothing more. Again, it's the league members. Everybody in the league is active and play their games. But we're going to get back. Like I said, we left off with the Falcons, so we're going to start with the 49ers, Super Bowl champions. And let's talk about what they did in this draft. So their number 1 pick was free safety D'Angelo Gibbs, 6'2", 216 from Georgia. This guy's a monster. Alright, really good free safety. This was a pick of need. I thought we pretty much had, our team was filled. We got great players over here. I mean, like I said, we won a Super Bowl. I thought 2 needs I had in this draft was safety and linebacker. And then I needed some fill-in players for the most part. So we came into the draft with 2 first-round picks. We had 3 seconds, 3 thirds. We were loaded with picks. All right. We mortgaged all the picks off. And we went from pick 15 to 3 and got rid of every other draft pick except for my second first and my 1/3. On 1 second, I kept a second. So I basically picked 3 times in this draft, and that was it, and got out of it. But the Titans, we'll get to them, took my draft over, which he ended up with 4 seconds, 3 thirds. He was loaded. So I thought he had a great draft because of that. But D'Angelo Gibbs, man, free safety superstar. He came out superstar, so he got a good shell. He's playing good football right now. This was a desired need. I thought my complete weakness on my defense was that safety spot. It was hard because I liked the guy I had, which is Adrian Colbert, but he just couldn't get the job done. He was fast, he was tall, he was 6'2" guy, he had speed, but he couldn't jump. And by not being able to jump in a league full of receivers that go get it, he was a liability. So I replaced him with a great player that when he grow up is going to be unstoppable. One of the best players in the league. I can bet that. My other need was outside linebacker. So then I came back and got that with the late pick. I think I picked that like 16 here. And Baron Browning was the number 1 left outside linebacker. Now he don't start for me. We start in Tark. We moved Tark from free safety to outside linebacker, and he's been playing solid. He's been playing really good football for me. Would have been a Pro Bowl player, but we got ridiculous outside linebacker / DNs in this league that just dominate the league with sacks and shit. So it stopped what Tark did. Tark's a little older, so he's getting older, so this guy's his replacement. Now I didn't pick him as a starter, although he will probably start for most teams in this league. We're gonna groom him. He's gonna play. He plays a lot, but he's not gonna start. And we're gonna take our time with him until Tark is ready to go. This was a great pick though. At 6'3", 234 pounds, 90 speed, 92 hit power. This is a monster. So all we did was just reload the gun up a little bit on you. And then my second round pick that I got, I thought was a steal. To me, I think I got one of the best corners in the draft. He probably was like the number 10. Maybe 11 corner, Amari Henderson, from Wake Forest. Really good cornerback, man. I did my homework on this guy. He was a late bloomer. Like, he wasn't a known commodity, and then late. You know how them guys be coming out of college. late, they end up blowing up a little bit, and they get on your radar, and one of those guys start talking about him, like Mayock or somebody like that. They start talking about the guy, and their draft stock flies up, and I thought that's what I got with him. He's a nickel corner right now. I think he can eventually start, depending on what we do with Witherspoon. But this guy is going to play, and again, he's going to sit behind a couple of guys and develop. Our team is pretty much built that way to a point where we can just develop players right now. So, plug and play. Everybody getting these rookies, but their contracts is going to come up. People going to have to spend money. It's going to be a banging ass free agency when these guys start becoming their contracts start coming up. So that was my draft, and then the other pick I got, I was able to get. I thought was cool. I traded a offensive lineman to the Lions for a slot receiver. He's really special teams player, Peter Work Jr. I thought this was a good trade. I gave him a lineman that he ended up starting. And in return, I picked up Peter Work Jr. 94 speed, 97 to sell. He's a project. I don't think he's going to get on the field and catch the ball a lot for us. He's a gadget player right now. Jet sweeps. I think this is a perfect receiver to have with Lamar Jackson and what I'm trying to do over there with Interstate 11 and all that. This guy can come in and touch the ball in many different ways. He can hand offs, but he's really a special teams player for me right now. And he showed up big right away on week 1, running a punt back. Like I said, he ain't touched the ball for me. He only had 4 catches last year for the Lions in the touchdown, but he didn't touch the ball as a receiver for me at all. But special teams is a big part of football, man. Like I said, this is what I saw. Last year, he had 15 punt returns for 264. So he averaged 17 yards a carry on a punt return. So I really liked that. I saw that. I dug deep in that. And I'm a Florida State fan till I die. So I wanted the Florida State. Once I seen that, let me get him. I want him. Let's go. Let's make this trade. And just a good GM move I made. And this is what happens. 2 punt returns, 80 yards, 1 touchdown already. So I think what I wanted him for is exactly that, special teams and gadget plays until he develops as a receiver. So I gotta include this in my draft because this was part of a trade that I got at the end of the season to going into the off season to better utilize. So this is just another weapon out there. You know what I mean? So that's the 49ers. Let's talk about these Giants. The Giants picked 4 in this draft. All right. And I thought the Giants, they went and got our hometown hero, Brad Hawkins from our hood. Safety for Michigan. I thought this was a good pick. Great pick, actually. It was a surprising pick because we knew the Giants needed a safety, and he didn't go safety. He went corner. He went and got the fastest corner out there, Justin Broyles from Oklahoma, 97 speed, 95 acceleration. This guy's a plug and play, as you can see, at 82 already after preseason. He's an 82 overall. And then you got Brad Hawkins. Then you also came back and got a D tackle. You also got a right tackle. So the Giants addressed all his needs. I like what he did. He got a D tackle after he had to replace the one he lost. So he did a good job drafting, man. I like what he did. I give him a B. Giants. The Gunners surprised everybody in this draft. And with the 9th pick, I thought he would go quarterback, get a franchise quarterback, but he's going to ride out with the one he drafted last year in the 4th round, which was a spreadsheet quarterback. But he got probably the best player in the draft, Marvin Wilson, 6'5", 330-pound D tackle, man. I mean, plug and play. If you look at this guy's roster and we start with his defense, he's a monster. He got the Bosa brothers already over there. I know you see them both as left ends, but one play right end, one play left end on his depth chart. So you got the Bosa brothers sitting here on your outside, holding down your edge, right? Then you went and got and Duke. This guy right here was his first draft pick in the first draft, spreadsheet player. So he's a solid player at 270. Nice little backup piece. But this is where it gets scary at. Niles Lawrence Stample, Florida State guy, 4 years in, 88 strength. And you got Tim Settle from Virginia Tech. That came out in the first spreadsheet, 92 strength, 328 pounds. You're starting to see the trend here. And then you get 330 pounds right here. That's a lot of weight and strength sitting in the middle. I don't see how you can run outside or inside on this guy. So I thought this pick was very, very good. Then he turns right back around and goes and gets himself a tight end in his draft. The fastest tight end in his draft, actually, Cameron McDonald from Florida State. Again, 91 speed, 90 acceleration, but that 6'6" height with that speed. This can be a game changer for you. I didn't really see too many other picks outside of these two picks, but he addressed his needs, and I'm predicting a playoff run out of this team this year. They are built, they are ready. They one of those teams that, they're not a good football team, but they picked early. And I think it's going to be a lot of improvement with this team. I could see them fighting for a playoff spot this year. The Gunners. I give him a B off of just those two picks, what he did. The Jaguars, man. The Jaguars he's unorthodox. That's what I'll call him. He's unorthodox, and why I say that is because he gives you you never know what he's going to do. I have no idea what this guy's plans is or what he's going to do, but I was calling him a triad for the way he was moving, and then at the end of the day, you see it coming together. Now here's the big thing. You pick the Jaguars, especially with the updated roster. The Jaguars is one of the best Madden teams to play with by far, if not the best. So you pick them, and you just keep them relevant by adding pieces and keeping them relevant. You got the best defense on the game, and that's that. And then you just put your offense together and you get explosive. But the steal of the draft to me was this guy right here, Hunter Johnson. This was a really high talented spreadsheet quarterback from Clemson with 95 throw power. Now he drafted Will Grier last year at quarterback, who he started and got him to a playoff, lost in the AFC Championship game. But this guy is probably the ideal quarterback he's really looking for. So me personally, I think he's going to end up being a starting quarterback. If not, he got good trade bait. And that's what I think he's doing. I think he knows he got so much talent over there that he just wants to start building to better release some of these players to somebody and get some good picks for it. But Deron Irvin Bay, D-tackle. He went D-tackle here. This guy wasn't a D-tackle, but again, he knows the formula. He's been following our formula. He moved the DN to D-tackle. Especially when you're 6'7", 314 pounds playing defensive end. You move him to D-tackle with that speed, and you got yourself a stud here. I'm assuming he picked him first with his first pick. I'm not sure. Now he got him in the third round. That's a great steal. So I think he went. Who he get first? So I know he picked high. He had the Raiders pick, which was 6. Maybe he got Jacob Phillips. Let's see where he got him at. Yep, here's his first round pick right here. Outside linebacker from LSU, 6'4", 244. And this was probably a great pick too because he needed it. In the offseason, he got Todd Gurley. He picked up Todd Gurley to run the ball for him. So he doing some things, and his whole scheme changed. He went from throwing outs, slants all game long, to all of a sudden he running the power in the I formation. Kind of looked like the 49ers, to be honest with you. Like, it looks like he completely went to a coaching clinic, or he got some type of one. I mean, we let one of our coordinators go, so they might be sitting over there in Jacksonville, and their offensive coordinator now we got rid of our offensive coordinator, so he probably got our offensive coordinator right now because they similar to the 49ers the way he playing right now. So, but he came back and got Lamont Wade, 5'9" cornerback from. He's not from South Carolina. My dumbass commissioner didn't change where he's from. But he got Lamont Wade, 5'9", 192. And he already deep as hell at corner, so he just added another piece over there. And then he got N'Keal Harry. He was like the 4th receiver on the spreadsheet. 6'6", though. 6'6". This is what the league is doing right now. Tall receivers with good speed and they go and jump ability to go get the ball. And he's playing big for him right now. Very big. I think he got close to leading the league in touchdowns right now, receiving touchdowns and yardage. Not touchdowns, it was yardage. 251. He's averaging 16.7 yards a catch. When he's known to throw the ball to his receivers, man. In the first 3 drafts, he went and got a receiver in every draft so far. So we know he really wants to throw the ball. So I'm surprised that he's in the I formation and lining up and running the ball the way he is right now. But I think he figured, you know what, the formula working for over there for people that's getting to Super Bowls and all that shit. Why not? And ain't nothing wrong with that, man. I just would like when you play one of your games and I see all my shit on the field, I want to thank you, Ant. That's all. Just show some respect, pay homage. Thank you, Ant. But he had 4 spreadsheet guys we're looking at right now: Bay, Johnson, Phillips, Wade, and Harry. I give him a B. Definitely a B. Now the Jets addressed the receiver position. They addressed the left end position. They got a great free safety. They also got a corner and 2 corners. I'm going to tell you right now, the Jets get an A for me. I haven't given anybody an A. And when they draft, I haven't given anybody an A, and I'm giving this guy an A. He went and got 2 of the best corners that came out in this draft, both from Ohio State. Sean Wade is a monster, and Jeffrey Okudua is so good too. So like, I love what he did. He also got another safety. I thought he was already deep over there with Jamal Adams, so I know this guy ain't gonna play. He either gonna move Jamal Adams to the strong, but this guy gonna step on the field right away at 6'2", 207 pounds, 93 speed, 90 acceleration. This guy's ready to go. Like I said, you got the LSU defensive end. And then you got Henry Ruggs at receiver. He definitely needed a receiver over there bad. I think those 2 corners was a great pick. But I thought you should have went and got another receiver too, though. I think you need one more receiver to be complete over there. This draft is going to allow him to make another push for his AFC East to win that division and get to the playoffs again. I really like what he did. He gets my only A that I ever given out in a draft. Let's look at these Lions. Now the Lions, for somebody to tell you his draft and go out and get every last player he wanted, all his top players on his draft board, he got. And we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 spreadsheet players that came out in this draft. All right, 6 of them. All right, he had at his right side of the line, from center to the right, from right guard to right tackle, was his weak points on this team, and he struggled, and that's what kept him out of the Super Bowl this year, that offensive line. And he addressed that right away with a 94 strength right tackle that's already at 87 after 2 games. He went and got his quarterback for the future by far, even though Palmer playing a hell of a football. But I know this is going to be his future, guaranteed. Then he got Cyrus Fagans, strong safety with 95 speed, 92 to replace Ballantyne, who getting old up there in age right now. So, and then he got the best lineman in this draft by far, Cesar Ruiz, another one of our hometown kids that grew up and went to our high school in our area. This guy's a monster from Michigan, 95 strength. So he sold up his line. Then he also went and got Ron Johnson, another Michigan product, a bunch of the kids that from Camden High, from where we from, that went to school in Michigan. He went and got the number 1 right end in this draft. So he's loaded, man. And then he went and also got a right guard. You see what I'm saying? And then he traded me, Peter Work Jr., for my offensive lineman that he got. So he just sold his line up right now. So you see what he ready to go do out there. To be real with you, because I know what he did and where he came from and how he did what he did, I gotta give him an A-. There's 2 A's I given out for the first time. I'm giving him an A- because for you to go out and get every last player you said you wanted, I know that we talk a lot. He told me exactly what he wanted and was able to get them all. Man, that's kudos to you, bro. A-. Packers kind of didn't have a draft this year. He kind of got rid of his draft picks. His team is young. I thought he was the most improved coach, winning 8 straight after losing 6 straight. He did a hell of a job. He got a couple players in the 4th round on down, but I don't think none of them was worthy of me talking about right now. I think they all project players. But again, they're all going to be special. I mean, his safety, 6 foot, they didn't really need him. But this is what happened when you decide to trade your picks away to get what you want. So his draft was actually before the draft because he got Josh Allen at quarterback, which I thought was a great move to replace Aaron Rodgers' old ass. Panthers didn't have a draft either, but they did address two spreadsheet situations with a safety in the corner. A safety in the right tackle. That right tackle was well needed. He didn't have enough because the person that had the team before him mortgaged off their picks. So I'm going to give Dirty Rat a chance to develop this team. I think he's going to turn this team into a playoff contention team because of the person who he is. Patriots, Hillburgers didn't have any draft picks because of what he mortgaged off. But he did come back in the third round and get Josh Jackson, which is his starting quarterback right now, and he got him 2-0. So I'm going to give Hero Burgers a B off of just this pick. I don't got to see nothing else. Just this pick right here alone gives him a B. Right here, Josh Jackson. He got his franchise quarterback that he ain't got to worry about at all, no more, and he's winning ball games with him. And he's favored to win that division right now. The Raiders, 6 addressed that line. And he addressed it big. He got two spreadsheet guys on the line right now. So he addressed his line. Again, he's still, to me, his trades and the things he do, putting me behind the 8 ball. And I think he's more catching up than reloading. Like, you got the Raiders. The Raiders are one of the best teams on the game because of what they got over there. You trade all that away to really blow the team up and build it in your image. And I think the process is just taking too long. I think he's going to improve, but I don't think he's going to the playoffs. I don't even see him winning 8 games. But I think he's going to improve. I don't think the team is ready yet, and he doesn't have enough spreadsheet players to be able to keep up with what's going on right now. And that's because he trades all types of shit. So, yeah, he got a lot of work to do. The Rams. Now, the Rams had a great draft, too. The Rams draft was excellent. All right, A.J. Dillon, 6'1". First of all, he's 230 pounds. I don't understand why he's 201. I got to do all the editing myself from here on out. Ariel Nagata, I love this at outside linebacker. But then he comes to get the receiver, George Campbell. And one of my favorite players in this draft, which was Stanford Samuels. I really wanted him. He picked him right before I got a chance to pick him. He also got Tate Martell. For all those who don't know, he's the Ohio State quarterback that's going to split time this year in real life with Dwayne Haskins. This guy is more of a running quarterback, and his college style is going to fit Ohio State's team. But this is the guy that went to that Las Vegas school, Gorman, whatever that shit is, the one that all on TV with Snoop Dogg's son. This kid has a lot of swag to him, and I think he's going to be a really good Madden player because of his attributes and what he can do. But I like what he did, man. He addressed a lot of needs here. He got a solid running back to go along with the back he got because he got rid of Todd Gurley, let him go. I love outside. Anytime you get a good outside linebacker to go with Donald up front, you're straight. And then George Campbell, this was a sleeper receiver. 95 speed at 6'4", 95 speed, 94 acceleration, and you know he's jumping out the building. So I'm going to give him a B. The Ravens went and got a quarterback. I don't know if he was comfortable with Shimonik, which was his starting quarterback from year 1. But he went and got another quarterback. He came back and got Najee Harris. Now, here's my thing. You got Geis already over there. The same type of back in my eyes. I mean, Najee Harris is a little bigger. He's a bowling ball. He's a monster. But you kind of got the same backs over there. But there's never nothing wrong with having depth, and two good running backs is the thing to do, especially if that's what you're trying to do out there. So I like what he did. He ain't had no picks either. He kind of came in late, and he got Davis Mills, one of the top pocket pass, pure pro style quarterbacks in that draft. When we had a draft full of running quarterbacks, this guy is a pocket passer and he's legit. I know he's starting him. He already got his awareness to a 99. I don't know why we do that when you can build everything else. But he's hurt and he's out of here, so I don't think that's gonna work for him. I like what he did, but he get a C. Redskins got probably my favorite player in the entire draft, which is Cam Akers, Florida State. As you can see, I love Florida State players, but he addressed the line with two linemen, two great linemen. We're looking at two strong linemen that comes in and start right away for him, especially when his line was getting a little old. He also got Parrish Ford, which was the number 2 free safety in the draft. 6'1", 93 speed, 90 acceleration. And then he came back and got Cam Akers, which to me was the best running back in this draft. I love his picks, love what he did. He had a struggle at the end of the year last year, losing a lot of games in a row. I think he's fighting to get back to playing the type of football he's accustomed to playing, and he's going to do it with this running back right here, Cam Akers. So I give him a B+. The Saints, man. The Saints went and got themselves a left end to build that defense even stronger, because he got a strong D over there, man. He also addressed the cornerback situation with A.J. Terrell from Clemson. Anytime you get a 6'2" guy that can run, you getting a stout corner, especially in a league full of jump ball receivers right now. Now, here's where he confused me a little bit. He went and got Donovan Peoples-Jones from Michigan, the receiver, and he also went and got Keith Gavin. Now, they both great receivers, but it doesn't. I think getting these receivers, he's giving us he's putting us all on notice that he's going to go from being a running team to throwing a football. And I think in the process of doing that, he's not going to make the playoffs because of this, because he's not playing his football anymore. He's trying to change and do what the league is doing, which is, throw the ball, throw it up the players, and make shit happen in the passing game, when your formula is running the ball and your run game was dominant enough to be able to get you in the playoffs every year. I'm predicting that you won't make the playoffs. You're going to finish. You won't even win 10 games this year if you go play your offense the way you drafted, with trying to throw the ball to guys right now. I think you need to take your time with that, work on it, but still run the ball the way you do. You got 4 running backs that can start anywhere in the country right now, anywhere in the U.S. when it comes down to football. Run them motherfuckers. Do what you do best. Keep yourself relevant, or you're going to fall all the way off. And that goes for the Seahawks as well. I love the corner he picked. He went and got a quarterback to replace old-ass Babe Bull over there that all he do is run with. He's on his way out the door. I think he got a trade going on with somebody right now to get rid of Russell Wilson. But I like the corner pick. He needed it because Sherman and them getting old as dirt. That Legion of Boom back there, old as hell. He went quarterback, he went line, and then he goes receiver. Now, I didn't like that at all. I thought, you're getting old in the secondary, bro. I think you should have addressed that a lot more. I think you should have got yourself a safety. The quarterback is all well and fine and dandy. You probably got him late, but you could have got him later than that. You did get the corner, but I thought you could have got away with not getting a lineman, bro. I thought you could have got away with not getting this lineman, and you could have got yourself a safety, because you're gonna need it. Unless you did something that I don't know about, and I ain't gonna go through your rosters yet, just going through your rookies. So I give you a C+. And again, I think you still gotta be able to run the ball. Your offense goes through Sony Michel. The Steelers had an excellent draft this year. They got a corner, 6'6" receiver, a tight end, and one of the best strong safeties in the game right now. 6'4", 210. Can't go wrong with that. The Steelers, I like every pick you made. I think all these guys are day one starters, even the tight end. And you're going to change some things this year, and I think you're going to fight for that division this year. I give you a B+. Texans had a solid draft. They addressed it. They got Steven Sullivan. They got Haskell Garrett, D-tackle. They got Moultrie, D-end. You see what they did? He went all linebacker. He lost the Super Bowl, and he lost a jump ball. A jump ball play that killed him with Interstate 11, and he said, I'm addressing that right now. I know the league got a bunch of tall receivers that people throwing it up to. Let's go get a 6'4" corner. This was his safety. This was his first pick, Grant Delpit, 6'4", 211, 91 speed, 92 accel, 93 hit power. This guy knocked you out right away. Great pick by him. I like what he did. He addressed his defensive needs, because he's going to get a little older over there with Watson, Clowney, and them. So he did a great job what he did. I give him a B+. Titans can't go wrong in this draft at all. As you can see, look, you see all 20-year-olds sitting right there, right? This guy got a starting quarterback. He probably got, I don't know how people slept on this guy. You got a quarterback that got 97 throw power, 90 deep accuracy already, 85 medium. Now, he didn't come out this good, but once you go through preseason, you get a lot of XP points, develop this. This is his franchise quarterback. Mariota is now on a block. This guy is in right now to win ball games, and once he grow up, he's going to be a pain in the ass because this guy got a bunch of receivers with speed that he can throw downfield deep to at any moment. So I love this pick. This is a great pick right here, and he got him late. Jameis Williams, this is one of the toughest corners in the draft. Only 5'9", but he's a pure tackler, and he's a man-to-man cover. Jalen Phillips is the best player in college. In real life, coming into college this year, he'll be the best player in college. I promise you that. Now, you got him at left end. He was the number 1 left end on the spreadsheet. Great pick. You also came back and got Jonathan Cooper from Ohio State. Great pick. You got another linebacker, Chandler Wooten. Look what he did. And then you got Leonard Warner. I'm telling you right now, I'm giving him an A because he took all those draft picks and got all special players out of it. This is how you supposed to, when you get draft picks like that and you load up on draft picks, this is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to make it work right now. I gave him an A. His team is 10 times better because of this one draft right here. I mean, anytime you can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spreadsheet players, you're doing something special. Especially the middle linebacker got 93 speed, 90 acceleration from Florida State with 92 hit power. This guy, on paper, he should give everybody a problem. And now the Vikings, they got some players, but I don't think a lot of them were spreadsheet players. They did get a safety. They lost a lot of their original players in free agency this year. They also had a coaching change. Coach got fired for doing triad shit, and he was fucking his team up. They had no cap money or nothing. But the new coach is in here now, and let's see what happens in a year or two with this team. That's the rest of the draft recap. This Anthits the franchise guru. The league is popping right now. Next video, we're gonna talk about what's going on in week 1 and 2. But right now, this was the draft recap. As you heard it from me, the Lions got an A-. The Jets got an A. First time I ever gave that type of grade out. They did a hell of a job, and I see what they do on the field this year. Holla at me.